What do you guys think you would define as being like a ride or die? I know it's kind of self-explanatory, but what would you guys describe being like a ride or die? Do you guys expect a girl to be there by your side no matter what?
Personally, I feel like a ride or die, someone supportive, really. Like someone that's always there for me, and that's always just gonna be like. I would tell my ride or die, ride or die, pretty much everything. You know, I think I would limit myself for other people's business. Let's say, like we have our connection and we talk about pretty much everything, whatever. Like there's stuff that I wouldn't tell her about, let's say you and you. But
Oh
like
yeah.
overall, like yeah, I'd like to have a ride or die.
I'll just say because it seems sus, like it's like I'm hiding something, but it's not that. It's more like for me, my ride or die would be more of a thing of like personality. You guys know how I can be like very like intense when it comes to like comment je suis fucking logical, cartesian. Some girls can't take that. So for me, as my ride or die, it would be someone that's able to
Understand.
to handle me when it comes to me and my overthinking and my logical like speaking. When I get mad, I'm getting so heavily logical, but it doesn't make sense for a woman that's emotional because I completely dissociate my emotional side. The only emotion that I keep is like my anger, and as it has to be only resolved as logic. But sometimes it's not that. We'll have fights and it's 100% like 100% whatever, like emotional. It's like I have to put more like my heart to it, and like as soon as I open my heart, I'll understand whatever she has to say.
Empathy.
Well, empathy, yeah, empathy is the word. More to understand. It's right now she's emotional, and I need to be more emotional for me to understand her. Parce que, bro, sometimes she'll just like sometimes it's things happening to her, whatever, and she'll tell me, and for me it makes no sense.
Why
Like
why are
there's
you feeling like that type of way?
yeah, because it's not logical. Like it's not, and this I know it's my flaw. Like I'm too logical. Like too. So as for my ride or die, I would say more that she's able to handle the fact that sometimes I'm just too much like logical. If she can handle that and then understand that with time, I tend to open myself and be more emotional with her. But it's something that comes later. Like I'm too logical in the beginning. It's like whatever, yeah.
So it's like basically, let's say she lost her job, and then you like just find a new one. Let's say
Yes.
she really liked her job.
Yes, this is
And
my
then you
type.
just find a new one. She's like, but I like the people there. I like this. I like this and that. You're like, okay, yeah, but you could find a new one.
This is very me. Like she'll come crying, whatever. I'll be like, "Oh, what's up, man?" And she's like, "I lost my job, blah blah." I'm like, "Oh, it's okay. Go on Andy.com. No free shout out. I'll just go there. It's, okay, well, I'll find you a job tomorrow. I'll have your CV is there, and I'll start finding solutions because this is what men do, finding solution. But sometimes it's not what she needs. She just needs you to hear and your chest, and you shut the fuck up, and you just hear fucking rant. So yeah, how would you describe it, Sergio?
Well, everything that you guys said, and just adding more so, like, to me, like a ride or die is because the way that I've lived the majority of my life is that I've always had a hard time connecting with people that I feel understand me and how I think and how I view the world. And I think a ride or die is finding someone that's able to see what you see and able to see your vision, right? And to really just understand everything about you, essentially, rather than you saying someone and someone just being like, oh, like, that's interesting. But more so like someone that says, oh, but what about this? And what about that? Or how does that make you feel? You know what I'm saying?
Understanding, and she has an opinion also on everything that you have to talk about. Let's say.
Yeah, but it's the fact that she has an opinion because she's acquired the experience through her own experiences.
And she cares.
And that she cares too. So that's why, a lot of empathy for sure. But I think just genuine care for someone, but then also a ride or die is also someone who's who knows that I'm driven and that I'm ambitious and is not in love with me for my potential, but that is in love with me for my drive. Because I think there's a lot of girls that are in love with their partner for the potential in them because their partner speaks about how great they're going to be and how rich they're going to be one day. But then they're also sitting on the couch, just not doing nothing, not giving out CVs, but the potential is there. Yeah. So girls hang on to the potential rather than what it's actually being demonstrated in front of them.
And then comes back to the first thing you said. they're gonna get married, they're gonna wait for the potential. Potential's never gonna happen.
Divorce.
They're gonna divorce, and then it's like it's her fault. Is blah
Yeah.
blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Well, no, you stayed on the couch for fucking 40 years.
Yeah.
Of course, she's gonna fucking leave.
And the guy's gonna say, you know, I've been hustling for 20 years, and the girl's gonna say, well, I've waited for 20 years. You know, I've been by your side there every step of the way for you to attain your true
Whatever you
potential. You know, so I think so a ride or die for me is someone who sees my potential so long as that I am taking the steps necessary to get there. So that is a ride or die for me is someone that's there for me during my struggle.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? But I would only want them with me so long as I know that I'm putting in the effort each and every single day to try to attain that. But like if I'm conscious enough that if I'm playing video games or if I'm wasting time or I'm not working or I'm not thinking of different ways to making money or to getting me one step closer to my career, then I would have no reason to blame her for wanting to leave me. But a ride or die for me would definitely be someone who, if I'm trying and striving to be successful, but I'm failing along the way, that she's still by my side to pick me up when I need to. I don't think every woman has the capacity to help men deal with their problems, but I think there's a lot of things that women can do in order to help soothe men's problems, you know? So maybe they can't come with a, hey, here's like a resolution for you to try. It's more so like, you know,
The caring part. Like
yeah, like let me know if you want to talk about it. You know, like go in your room, go do work. Like I'm gonna go get us dinner. I'm gonna prepare us dinner, and you know I'll take care of you. You just do what you have to do, and like I'll come bring you supper in your office.
all the gentle of that a girl can bring to you.
Exactly. So it's not coming up with a solution because they just don't know exactly how to. And I think for men too in some circumstances. But I think that's just a way that women could be there for the man as a ride or die, you know?
It's hard for a guy, let's say, to talk about his feelings, but like let's say he can, if his ride or die is there for him and like just like understanding, like you said, and just literally just like the soft part, just to calm you down would be an extra, let's say.
And this is the thing too, because again, a lot of red pillars, they'll always say like, don't be vulnerable with your woman, don't open up and whatever. Purple pillars will disagree because to me in my mind, don't get me wrong, don't start crying to your girl every single day and you know and crying and sobbing and not doing anything about it. But if you find yourself like being overwhelmed with stress and anxiety and you just have a lot going on, if you're not letting her know, then she's gonna have no way of being able to help you. She's going to have no notion of who you are. And if anything, you guys are just going to be growing apart because now you're blocking yourself off from her and she doesn't know what to do. So now she's left to overthink and thinking that she's potentially doing something wrong. She might be losing her man or whatever. But essentially, you're just the one not opening up to her. So again, I think as a man, a lot of it is to be emotionally mature. And I think part of that is knowing when and where and what you should be letting your girl know about what's going on in your life.